will have the courage to rise up and tell Mitch McConnell, you're fired. We got a new hire. Someone that's so out of touch and out of ideas. We deserve better than all these years. So, these next 72 hours, I know my name may be at the top of the ballot, but you got fighters like Johnny Bell, who I know you're going to return to Franklin. This race is in your hands. It's on your shoulders. No pressure. I know you're like me, and I got my boots on. I say, is that all you got, Mitch? We can do this. We will do this. I ask you, are you ready to stand up against someone that has literally become Rich Mitch on the backs of Kentuckians, voting to keep us poor 17 times? Some of you say yes. Yes. We're ready for someone that believes, as I do, it's not just a minimum wage, but a living wage. That's what this fight is about. Are you ready to stand up against someone who, in the 30 years he's been there, hasn't learned that the women of this state, of this nation, deserve better? He calls equal pay for equal work preferential treatment. Are you ready to stand up against that? Yes. We're ready for a senator who will have the courage to stand up for the women of this state and say 76 cents on every dollar is not acceptable. These aren't just women's issues, these are family issues. When women aren't on equal playing field with men, we're not growing our middle class. That's 2/3 of our workforce are women. Together we could have that brighter day, but you got to be willing to stand up. Are you willing to stand up and fight against someone who's proud of his votes in favor of the Paul Ryan budget, turning Medicare into a voucher program? He says we give him another 6 years, he will privatize Social Security. Are you ready to fight against that? Yes! You and I both know Medicare into a voucher program, well, that is not helping any one of us here, our current seniors, our future seniors. That won't happen on my watch, and I'm not going to gamble my grandmother's retirement, her Social Security. We will not privatize Social Security on my watch. We deserve and should be honoring our seniors by keeping the promises we've made and preserving and protecting Medicare and Social Security. That's what I will go and fight for. Are you ready to stand up with me, especially for our students, against someone who has bankrolled and been backed by Wall Street, turned his back on our future generations, telling them doesn't care if they are carrying $20,000 on average of student loan debt? Are you ready to stand up and fight against that? Yes! We're ready for someone who's proud to be endorsed by KEA, the teachers standing shoulder to shoulder with me because they know that we need a fighter in Washington that says our students should be able to earn degrees, not debt. This race, it is in each and every one of y'all's hands, and the wind is at our back. We're coming down the home stretch. We've got the Courier-Journal, the Herald-Leader, the state's 2 largest papers endorsing us, each and every one of you here, and Mitch McConnell knows it. He knows it so much so he's trying to pay people to show up and look enthusiastic about hearing the same thing that he's had to say for 30 years. Each and every one of you, you're what Mitch McConnell can't buy. You are the heart and soul, not of just this state, but of this race, of our future. Are you ready to stand up and fight with me and finally get Washington working for us? Let me hear y'all say yes. Yes!